gonna learn you some knowledge, boy. It's all plug and play. It's really nice. No. Sorry, that's Ben. He has a VB WRX2 and desperately needs flex fuel in his life. Cobb. Hi friends, Dan with Import Image here, and today we are going to be talking about flex fuel, why you need it, why it's important, why it works, how it works, and again, why you need it, because anyone that can have a flex fuel equipped vehicle should have it. So the flex fuel kit is comprised of a few different pieces. So before we even open any boxes, it is the actual ethanol content sensor itself, the fuel lines. There is a very important piece, the fuel pressure sensor, which I always recommend to get. Then there is the CAN gateway, all the wiring with it, and the jailbreak module. Compared to vehicles in years past, there wasn't really the use or need for the CAN gateway, but now with all the emission stuff in place, that's the best way that COBB saw fit to make it work. COBB says it works, we know it works, so it is what it is. Let's unbox this. So in this first box, you'll see part number 345650. Open it on up and you'll see a few things in here. There's a couple boxes. This is your CAN gateway bracket, and that also holds the ethanol content sensor. This box is filled with the ethanol content sensor and all the other bits and pieces to make the flex kit work. And then as an added on piece, this is your fuel pressure sensor. So let's start with the CAN gateway. So for those of you that don't know what CAN or CANbus is, that is the means at which the vehicle communicates with itself. So this itty bitty piece here has a couple connection points that is fuel pressure, the ethanol content info, and from the brain of the flex kit and the car to power it. So this is the communication. This is how everything communicates with each other in the flex system via your WRX. Very important piece. Must have. Now let's open up what comes inside all the flex pieces. Let's see, this is miscellaneous hardware. This is the jailbreak module. And this is one of the more cumbersome pieces to get to because you have got to remove your radio to install it. Then this is the actual ethanol content sensor itself. And that does exactly what it says it does. It detects the percentage of ethanol. So the way that flex fuel works is by detecting that percentage of ethanol, the computer will automatically adjust everything based off of that percentage. So hypothetically speaking, say if your car makes 300 horsepower on pump gas, makes 400 horsepower on E85, if you have about an E40 mixture, that'll put you roughly in the 350 horsepower range, but the beauty of it is you don't touch a thing. You literally pour in whatever fuel you want. This automatically calculates, readjusts everything, your boost, timing, fueling, all that stuff based off of what this sensor says is in your gas tank. So it's pretty sick. Don't have to worry about swapping maps. You don't have to worry about like having an ethanol content gauge because this also will be read in your Accessport. Thank you, COBB. So after that piece, we have some wiring. So these are the fuel lines. Obviously, to be able to detect whatever amount of ethanol is in your fuel system, you have to plumb your ethanol content sensor. Pretty cut and dry, right? And then this is for your jailbreak module. And then these are the wiring connections for your CAN gateway. One thing I think is really cool about this is all mil-spec, which is pretty sweet. You literally just plug it in, twist it in, it's not going anywhere, and it's watertight. So that's it for that. COBB does a very good job of keeping everything all together. Literally everything that you're going to need to install this is right here. I've installed some of these already on the VB WRX, and you can expect it to take 2-ish hours if you've never installed one before. It's really not that bad. Removing the big radio isn't that daunting of a task. Me personally, I kind of get a little freaked out by the plastic connectors on the trim pieces, like that pop into place, because I'm always scared I'm just going to rip it to shreds. Haven't done that yet, but I still get nervous about it every time. Next, and the last piece of the puzzle, is your fuel pressure sensor. So why is this sensor important? Well, picture this. You're doing you're trying to beat a Mustang, right? And you're 4th gear, wide open, 5,000 RPMs. The car is seeing all the boost it's throwing at it, literally giving it all it's got. You have no idea if your fuel pump's about to die until usually it's too late. So what this sensor does is as soon as it detects a loss in fuel pressure, it throws a check engine light and a hard cut. So the one time that it works, it saves your engine. How nice is that? So for the extra few bucks that this is, the juice is 2,000% worth the squeeze. Please don't buy a flex fuel kit without this fuel pressure sensor. Very important piece. Protect your investment. That's what it's all about. And the nice thing about this too, as with the flex fuel kit, this comes with everything you need to install. This is the block that the fuel pressure sensor screws into, and it all works with your factory fuel lines. It's literally just pop one out, pop that in, done. You could probably install this in just a couple minutes, realistically. So, actually, let's not forget to put this back in here. So that being said, if you have a Subaru and are curious about flex fuel and are looking to get set up with flex fuel, we do have older model flex fuel kits available too. COBB does still make the flex fuel kit for the 08 to 21 STI. And just like with this, getting the fuel pressure sensor kit is paramount. And same for the 15 to 21 WRX. So if you are looking for a flex fuel kit, you're ready to get ethanol in your life, send me a message. I can get you quoted with everything you'll need. We keep it all here at importimageracing.com, and yeah, let's make more power safely. That's the beauty of ethanol. Thanks for watching.